So let's start. I'm seeing that no more people are joining for the moment. Maybe the latest will come a bit later. First of all, thank you being here with us this morning. We are really happy having this moment with you. We're going to share a lot of great stuff this morning. So we're going to speak about different aspects around the Efficy Enterprise 2024 version, which is on the market now. So let me just present you the different aspect that we're gonna go through this morning. So a first point would be to just give you our actual vision about FEC in terms of product, but also in terms of the global company, the group. The second point will be around the new release. So we're gonna go through this new release together and explore a few AI scenarios that are actually included into this new version. Then we're gonna go through the product roadmap to give you a full overview of what's coming in between now and the end of the year, and also starting next year. And after that, Sandra will join me and explain you how you will be able to jump into this new version and what's going to be the process in order to get your upgrade. We will close the session with a question and answer session. So this gives me the opportunity to remind you that in GoToMeeting, you have on the top right of your screen an area, an icon where you can click in order to ask your questions. So we're going to collect all your questions during the complete webinar, and we're going to then answer those questions. So at the end of the webinar. So don't hesitate to place your questions during the webinar. So let's just dive right in. So a quick sneak peek about our vision, who we are actually. Of course, we have two major elements. One is our mission. Our main mission is really to help you growth with the usage of our solution, but not only our solution, the solution and the services that are just near to the solution, which help us to of course, give you more value, in fact, when you are using the tool. So by having the PS team helping you to deploy your version, but also get in shape also with your new key points. Maybe you have some changes into your company in between the moment you've set up your first initial FEC enterprise version and now maybe that the company on your side has changed. So maybe that it would be the time for you also to rethink a few elements in the application to rematch the application and your actual needs and of course your actual values. FC is actually a super European champion. Just a quick sneak peek about the group actually. So we are more than 460 employees. We end up last year on a 62 million turnover. There are in fact more than 330 daily user of our application, which is quite significant. And this represents more than 10,000 companies that are actually using our tools. As you can see, we've deployed the group on more than 8 offices across Europe. So basically the idea is to get one office, which is as close as possible to you, to get, of course, your complete cycle. So from the moment you need someone on the phone on the sales side, but also the support side, and the project team is also as close as possible. So why this matter? As I mentioned, from sales to support, you get a unique point of contact. It's also important to know that for every single country, when we are creating our versions, we are thinking to get those versions compliant with the local regulatory, and of course, Also, we are thinking about the integrations, the main integrations in between our CRM and the local players. So if you have a local accountancy system or a local ERP, maybe also local marketing tools, or if you are using some specific local websites, then we have the ability to make those integration happen and work on your environment. It's also quite important to get the knowledge locally, so all our employees are sharing the knowledge internally within the different locations. Who we serve, and just an overview. So those are, let's say, a kind of representation of where we stand in terms of our company. So as you can see, we are delivering services and softwares all across the different sectors on the market. So basically, when we have a tool like Efficy Enterprise, it's not only related to one or two specific sectors. We can really deliver the tool to multiple sectors, and they are sharing as you the same platform. So it is super flexible in terms of implementation. Why Efficy? First of all, the tool is super easy to use. It's fully customizable. You get a 360-degree customer view. What is quite nice with this new version is that we applied more than 150 features, and we applied also more than 200 changes into this new version, so which is quite significant. Of course, as you know, the tool is GDPR compliant. So by using the tool and using the processes that are around the GDPR aspect, you are complying also on the GDPR aspect. One important aspect of Efficy Enterprise is the fact that when you work within the tool, when you start using your agenda synchronized with Outlook, when you start using task and document management system, which is built in the tool, you are really collaborating in real time, which is a super, super important aspect of Efficy 2024. And of course, when you are exchanging, storing data, what is quite important for us was to be able to deliver a super reliable data storage. And of course, we are compliant with the highest level of security measures around your data. It is also hosted in Europe, which is quite important for us. So maybe that you don't know, maybe you know, if you are using some aspect of Efficy Enterprise, you have to know that in fact Efficy Enterprise is covering the complete scope of what you can ask from a CRM. So from the marketing aspect, in order to generate new leads, then going through the sales process, of course, getting the support also into the tool, and you get globally all your dashboards that are needed in terms of management. So complete cycle. On top of that, just add the document management, which is related either to marketing, sales, customer support, and the global management, and you get, in fact, the great tool that Efficy 2024 is. So let's talk now more in details about Efficy Enterprise 2024. What is included into this new version? So we just focus mainly on two main aspects of of the tool. Sorry. For the first element, we added some automation and we added AI features into the tool. And it's really the beginning of the AI revolution within Efficy Enterprise. So we decided to first came with two different scenarios, AI scenarios that are building the system, but this opened the door to multiple AI scenarios that are coming in between now and the end of the year. And of course, we will deploy more AI scenarios in the coming years. We also change more globally the complete interface. So we reshaped it. It's modern, it's more intuitive, and we also put a super attention on the design aspect of this new release. Let's jump into the AI use cases. So as mentioned, I'm going to go through two different AI scenarios. The first one is what we call the sentiment analysis. So this is a kind of use case. Let's imagine that you have a sales representative on your side, or maybe someone from the support, and he's exchanging emails with your customers or your prospects. And as you can see on this representation, maybe that at the beginning, the situation is quite well with the customers. And maybe that at a certain point, the AI will detect that the exchange and so the sentiment behind emails coming from your customer is changing and so maybe degrading. And so at a certain point, what we can say within Efficy Enterprise 2024 is if the AI is detecting that the sentiment is degrading, then maybe you want the system to send a notification to the manager in order to let him step in and then try to resolve the solution to make your customer happy again. So that's one type of usage of the sentiment analysis. What could be the different added value around this kind of sentiment analysis scenario? First of all, of course, you will improve the tracking on your business opportunities. So you, in this case, will be able to ensure that from A to Z, the relation with the customer will be as better as it could. Second point, you can, of course, enhance the customer satisfaction that way from the sales aspect, but also on the customer support side. And so by playing on those two elements, so getting more opportunities to the close status, and of course, on the other side, keep them happy, you will increase the customer retention, and so you will, of course, lower the churn rate. So quite important added value on the sentiment analysis. A second EA scenario could be what we call the data enrichment use case. So basically, Efficy 2024 is building with the capability of detecting within the emails that you are receiving from your prospect or from your customers if there are data that are changing, defining the contact. So let's imagine that, for instance, in an email you received, the person of contact has changed a function, maybe changed his email address, maybe changed completely from company. Then the system could detect that and propose you to update the contact info in the CRM. So you will, of course, have added value just behind that. You will improve the contact data quality. You will, of course, save time because you don't have to update all your contact manually based on what you get from them. And so having a more qualified contact, having a better quality helps you to segment it better also, so that you will, of course, be able to deploy better marketing campaigns, better targeted marketing campaigns. So three significant added values around the data enrichment AI scenario included into Efficy 2024. But stop talking, let's sing. So you're all there in order to discover this new version. So what we'll do now is just play a video which is really describing few elements from the new interface, but also the AI in those two use cases. So it's going to take approximately 5 minutes, and we'll just get back after the video. So let's play.
First and foremost, I want to sincerely thank you for choosing to upgrade to this new version of our CRM. We're excited to introduce you to this release, which represents a significant step forward in the evolution of our platform. You'll discover a completely redesigned user interface for an even more intuitive experience, along with new AI-powered features designed to optimize your processes and strengthen your customer relationships. In this video, I invite you to follow a mini tutorial to get acquainted with these new features and make the most of this update. Let's explore together what this new version has to offer. In this new interface, you'll notice that the search area is now positioned at the center of the top bar. This central placement is beneficial because it aligns with the natural flow of your eye movement, making it easier and quicker to find. This choice ensures that the most frequently used features are right where you need them. The left sidebar can now dynamically expand when you hover over it or be pinned in place using the pin button. This feature is designed to give you the choice between two options, having better visibility on the sidebar when needed or maximizing the data display area when that's the priority. We have also grouped all the configuration modules into a dedicated section on the side panel. This change ensures that these settings are clearly identified and not mixed with the modules used for daily business management. We have a search for or want to create a new item. Efficy now offers an expanded view that opens in a new tab within your web browser. No more pop-ups. This change helps keep your workplace structured, allowing you to manage tasks without cluttering your screen. We have redesigned the approach to easily let you choose between your lists and those of your colleagues. Right next to it, you'll find the menu to select the view type you prefer, list, Kanban, or dashboard. On the main object page, you'll find the access to your favorite tools and predefined actions on the top right. As you've probably noticed, we have replaced the icons with the actual name of the available objects. The new timeline offers users a comprehensive view of the full history of objects in a much clearer and more organized format. It consolidates all relevant events, interactions, and updates. This allows you to quickly understand the sequence of actions and decisions. The main action button on each screen is now clearly identifiable thanks to its distinctive color that highlights it. This change ensures that the primary action you need to take is immediately visible, making it easier to navigate and reducing the chances of missing important steps. Changing the status of an object or a step in a process is done by the dedicated menu. Imagine receiving an email from a client. When you decide to log it in the CRM, the AI will automatically analyze the overall sentiment of the sender. You'll find the analysis result displayed as an indicator. From a contact, by selecting the AI option, Efficy will present you with the retrieved data, allowing you to choose which information you'd like to save to the contact record. It's as simple as that. Thank you for taking the time to explore the new features of your CRM with us. We hope this update enhances your daily work and helps you achieve even greater success. Your feedback is invaluable, so please don't hesitate to share your thoughts with us. Thanks again for your trust, and we'll see you in the next update with more AI scenario.
Well, that was the short demo. So let me reshare my screen to, yeah. So let's discover together the new roadmap. So Efficy 2024 is the first release for this year. You will see and you will discover that we will, of course, deliver more release, and of course, that the path is already designed in terms of what we're going to do for the future. So this new release added the modern and intuitive in design, and also the first step into AI with the two first AI scenarios. Oh, sorry, I just forgot to share my video so that you can see me. Just a second. Thank you, Julie, having reminded me that. And yeah, the next step will be in terms of connectivity. So we will work quite hard in terms of deliveries for those connectivity. The first major point will be the new Outlook add-in. So it will replace the actual version that you have with the one which is compatible also with next releases of Outlook. So basically the idea is that this version will include the main functionalities that you already know within the Outlook add-in, but also added AI features within the Outlook add-in. So this would be one major step forward in terms of AI adoptions from Outlook to Efficy. The second aspect would be touching the marketing automation aspect. So as you maybe know, we also have a complete suite which is delivering the marketing automation aspect connected to our Efficy Enterprise 2024 version. What we're going to do in this new release would be to combine them much more and get a specific connector which is also adding some new features and value in terms of gathering data coming from the marketing to the CRM itself. And also we're going to add an element which is quite important for our customers who are using the Google Suite instead of the Microsoft Office Suite. So we're going to also add the fact that we can use Google accounts in order to sign in within the application. And yeah, starting from early 2025, we're going to extend the AI. So we have highlighted a few elements that were requested by our customers. So we're going to extend the sentiment analysis aspect. We're going to add what we call the smart assistant, which will really englobe a lot of features just behind that name, but really focusing on helping the salespeople, for instance, to get some insight in terms of what should be done next. And also we're going to add the lead scoring fueled by the AI. So since the moment you will receive a new lead coming from the marketing, then you will be able to let the lead scoring engine evaluate the global scoring of this new lead. So great new features that are coming starting from now around this new version. So just to sum up, you get here the details about what we're going to do on this roadmap. So new design, it's done. Improve UX, it's done. And the two first AI scenarios done. But before the end of the year, as mentioned, Outlook, Google, and the new AppSys connector with our MarTech solution, and early 2024, the three new added scenarios for DEI. So what you also have to know is that in between now and the end of the year, we're going to propose you a specific new release of this connector with our MarTech solution, and you will even be able to try it with our freemium formula. So a trial where you can, of course, send emails to test the platform and see if it fits your needs, and then of course use it. The new Outlook add-in will be quite different in terms of aspect. This one will include, of course, the main features that you already know. So you can take, of course, an email, convert it into an opportunity, a new ticket, a new actions, etc. You can also get those features about linking the right contacts and the right other elements of context to your email within the CRM. What is also on the roadmap is to add the AI functionalities in order to summarize the email that you received, and also helping you to detect, for instance, is it more an opportunity, or maybe is it more a new ticket that you have to create? So the AI will guide you and give you his thoughts about what kind of conversion you could do with this email in the CRM. Also an important step forward, you now have the ability to have approximately one major release per year. And we decided, in fact, to change the way we are releasing the tool. So starting from now, you have the Efficy 2024 version, and then we're going to deliver multiple release per year. The idea is that you don't have to wait a bunch of new features to get them into a package and then decide to upgrade. What we're going to propose you is on the fly, propose you to have the new features just by saying, hey, okay, we have a new release. Do you want us to apply those new features? And then we will deliver them on the way during the year. So you get more value in terms of usage because you don't have to wait in terms of deliveries of new builds. So that's quite a significant change on the way we are producing the tool, but also on your side, on the way you will be able to discover new features. What about the customer upgrade? I'm gonna leave the floor to Sandra to let her explain us how you will be able to step in this new version. Sandra, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Fabrice. Good morning, everyone. So with this new feature, with this new version of Efficy 2024, with this all the new features that we added, we also decided to change a little bit the way we're doing the upgrade currently for our customers. We will have two plans. Fabrice, can you go please to the next slide? Thank you. So we have two ways of doing the upgrades current with this new version. Either if you have 0 customs or no customs on your current version, the migration or the upgrade will happen automatically. If you have a little bit of custom, some code added to your version, in that case, we will reach out to you or you can reach out to us and we will together decide when to do this upgrade for you, depending on your preference, depending on your availability and on your schedule. So in all cases, if you know your level of customization or if you don't know, I advise you to contact your account manager and decide with them on the next step for the upgrade. Why did we change the way we're doing the upgrades with this new version? Because we have a different vision we're trying to change our vision with our customers also. And the objective here is to add some value with this relationship, with our customers. So this is why we came up with an audit strategy, meaning that with this upgrade, we will be able to help you with an audit or a coaching session if you want to maximize your usage of the CRM, to maximize your customer satisfaction, and of course, with all of this, boost your revenue. So the idea behind this upgrade is not to look at it as just a technical one like we used to, but it's a more value-based one, because it will add value to your usage of the CRM and to our relationship with you. The objective of these audit packages that we put in place are to align with your key users. So we will do some meetings with the key users that are the key people that are using the CRM in your companies right now. We will collect from them all the information, how the CRM is getting used, in order to identify with them some adjustments, some new goals that can be added. And of course, when we say new goals, we mean new KPIs, new ways for you to monitor your revenue, to monitor the outcomes, and to make them more measurable. And of course, with the AI feature that we added, the objective of these audits is to help you utilize these AI modules that we added with this new version. We have 3 audit packages that we put in place, and each one has the same features as the others, but with additional ones. So, for example, with the foundation package, you will get meetings with a consultant or a project manager from our side. They will meet with your key users, as I said, and we will see how you're currently using the CRM. We'll give you some ideas, some recommendations on how to improve your usage with an action plan, of course, at the end. With the advanced package, you will get the same. So we will also do some recommendations, some meetings with your key users. But in addition to this, we can help you clean your data for example, by looking for duplicates, looking for data that is not properly entered, and also help you with some automations and some best practices on the usage of the CRM. Finally, with the premium package, so you get everything that you can get with the other two, but in addition, we will help you in terms of security to make sure that your CRM is properly secured, your permissions among the users are properly implemented, and of course, we will give you additional help with the AI modules that we added. At the end of these packages, there's also always an action plan, some items that we put together at the end, and then that we can follow up on in a few weeks, a few months. We will decide this together so that we make sure that everything that we saw and we put in place during these audits that were actually implemented. How these audit packages can benefit you. What do you need to expect from them? So as I said, they will help you to better utilize the CRM, to make it more efficient, to make it optimized for your processes and for your daily work. And of course, with a more efficient CRM, your salespeople or your account managers will be able to focus more on their own customers and in that way increase their customer satisfaction. And of course, with the AIs that we saw in the demo earlier that Fabrice showed us, they will help you innovate. They will help you make the CRM easier to use on a daily basis, and they will show you additional opportunities, additional scenarios for better customer satisfaction for your customers. I will conclude my part with a question for you. So think a little bit, when was the last time you got trained on Efficy Enterprise? Did you know that we had between the version 10, which was around 2015, and this year, 2024, we had 8 versions of Efficy Enterprise. So maybe you're using one of these versions that came up between these 2 dates. Did you get trained on all of them? When you were upgraded to one of the newest versions, did you get trained? So maybe now is the time to benefit from these trainings and these audits that we're putting in place with this upgrade to enhance, to help you better use the CRM. Thank you all. Fabrice, back to you.
Thank you, Sarah. That was quite clear. Impressive. So, what are the next steps? Quite easily. In fact, if you wanted to jump into this new version, let's come back to us. So don't hesitate. Take your phone, send us an email, get in contact with your account manager, and we can define together what would be the best way for you to step in this new version. So by doing so, you will be able also to choose with us what would be your best plan to upgrade. And so, of course, when the tool will be updated on your side, we will share with you a video for your end user so that they can just know a bit about this version. So how to manage this new interface, how to use the AI scenarios. And then when you are ready to do so, then we can go and step in the audit aspect of it so that we can choose together what to change within the tool for you in order to better fit the way you are actually managing your company. So those steps will help you to get more of your tool. And then after that, if you don't have the chance to use actually marketing automation part of Efficy, then we can of course propose you to discover the marketing aspect and so activate this option on top of your actual CRM. So 5 basic steps, but the first one is quite clear. Let's take contact. Let's choose to step in this new version, and then of course play with it and enjoy. It's now time for you to get your answers to questions. So let me check if we have questions. Maybe that Thomas, let's get some. No questions yet, so seems to be quite clear. If any questions based on what you saw this morning, don't hesitate, send us the questions, take contact with your account manager, get contact with the support. We are there for you. So of course, all those aspects could be discovered together. If you need a more detailed demo about this new version, don't hesitate to. We are really open to your questions and your needs about this new version. So for me, if you don't have any question at the moment, I think we covered all the aspect of this webinar. So I have to one more time thank you being present this morning, and of course hope you get in touch as soon as possible about this new release. Thank you and enjoy. Have a nice day. See you. Bye bye.
Have a nice day. Bye bye.